Good morning, Mac, and anyone watching episode 253 of GRAMidei Read Stories for you. So this one is pretty special to me. Um, you can tell that it's been well liked by I'm not sure what dog we had, but this one is called One of Each. It was written by Marianne Hoberman and illustrated by Marjorie Priceman. And here's why I love it, because on the inside it says, Congratulations, big brother Eric. And that was from Tink's mom, Robin McPetridge, July 29th, 1998. It was for Hannah's baby shower because I was like this big with Hannah because she was born, let's see, about 10, 11, 12, 13 days after she was born. And so it was going to be one of each because you were a boy, she was a girl. I knew I was having a girl. And so this story is like cats and dogs. Get it? One of each. It says Oliver Tolliver lived all alone in a little old tumble down house of his own. It had one little window and one little door. Now I tried to find a vibrant background on Pixabay. It wasn't happening. And one little carpet that covered the floor. It had one little table and one little chair and one little closet and one little stair. And one little bedroom and one little bed with one little pillow for under his head and one little blanket and one little sheet and one little bottle to warm up his feet. I love the rhyme though. There's him, Oliver Tolliver. And it says, in the one little kitchen was one little sink and one little cupboard, all shiny and pink. And inside the cupboard was one pear and one peach, one plum and one apple, just one of each. Just one plum and one apple, one pear and one peach, just one, only one, simply one of each. Pretty cute though, huh? There was one little clock that went tick tock, tick tock. Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. It actually says there was one little clock that went tick tock, tock tick over one little fireplace built out of brick. See, to keep the rhyme pattern. There was one little bookcase with one little book and one little mirror where someone could look. And when Oliver Tolliver looked all around, he smiled with delight, for he liked what he found. It all seemed so fine, every one of each thing, that he felt just happy and proud as a king. I tell you what, it would be easy to keep things organized. I feel like in our family we have 12 of each. And he said to himself, why, how nice it would be if someone could see this, someone besides me. Why, such a collection would certainly teach how lovely it is to have one of each. One house with one kitchen, one plum and one peach, just one, only one, simply one of each. I like this. It kind of reminds me, Matisse is one of my great artists, the color scheme. So Oliver Tolliver, carefully dressed in his one little shirt and his one little vest and his one little trouser and one little coat and his one little tie around his one little throat. He put on his hat and he put his one little hat on his one little head. Then Oliver Tolliver cheerfully said, I shall walk out my door and go straight down the street. And the very first person I happen to meet is the one I will ask to come look and come see. I wonder which person that person will be. I love, like, look, it's like he had to squeeze himself into the pants using gravity. Been there. He started out walking, and soon someone came, a nice looking person. He asked her name. She said it was Peggotty Small, and she said she was pleased to come over to call. So there's Oliver Tolliver, and there's Peggotty Small. He showed her his stove and his one little sink and his one little cupboard, all shiny and pink, his chair and his table, his bureau and bed, and his one little pillow for under his head. And each time he showed her a one of each treasure, he looked for a sign of enjoyment or pleasure. Oh, he wanted outside validation. Oh. But all that she did was repeat the same speech. Just one, only one, simply one of each. Why only one apple? Why only one peach? Why one, simply one, only one of each? Oliver Tolliver tried to explain. He said that the reason was perfectly plain. If everything fit from the floor to the roof and each thing was perfect, why bother with more? Did I read that right? Roof to the floor. If everything fit from the roof to the floor and each thing was perfect, why bother with more? I feel like maybe I left that part off because the rhyme didn't seem to match. It's all right. We make mistakes all the time. Just correct it. But Peggotty answered, I cannot agree. It may be for you, but it isn't for me. There's one chair to sit in and one plate to eat on, and only one footstool to prop up your feet on. One cup and one saucer, one pear and one peach. Oh, dearie, how dreary with just one of each. A guest in your one of each house does not fit. It's made for one person, and you, sir, are it. It's perfect for one, sir, if he's on his own. And so, sir, I'll go, sir, and leave you alone. She got a point. A little dejected. Then Oliver Tolliver looked all about. He looked up and down and he looked in and out and he saw that what Peggotty said was quite true. His one of each house was not suited for two. His one of each things never came to an end, yet one thing was missing. He hadn't one friend. Oliver Tolliver raced out the door and he hurried downtown and ran into each store. And in each store he entered, he made the same speech. I'd like this one and that one, just one of each. He bought this one and that one. And when he was through, he hurried back home. And now each one was two. Now we could have someone come over because there's a space for them to go. And when he had arranged all of his new things to fit, he liked what they looked like, he had to admit. The house was less empty, the kitchen felt new, the table seemed friendlier, set up for two. And when he was finished, he called up Miss P and invited her over for afternoon tea. And when she arrived, she cavorted with glee, and she said with delight, Why, you did this for me? Why, Oliver, dear, you are truly a peach with two, really two, always two of each. Look, he even drew a picture of his new friend, the cat, in his art collection. Very nice. And they sat at the table in perfect accord, and they each took a teacup and Peggotty poured, and they each had a cupcake. And when they were done, Oliver knew two was better than one. Jolly and friendly, more cheerful, more fun. And then little by little, new friends came to call, and Oliver found he was fond of them all. What a pity, he thought, that there were not any more cupcakes to offer, more tea he could pour. Then he had an idea as he opened the door, an idea he had never had thought of before. He sharpened his knife and he polished his plate, and he asked his new friends if they kindly would wait. And then he went to the cupboard, and in he did reach and took out his fruit. There were now two of each. I was careful to make sure I got the rhyme scheme right. Sometimes they switch them up like Yoda. And he carefully cut them, each plum, peach, and pear, and he passed round the plate so they all had a share. And he found as he nibbled the peach, pear, and plum that they all tasted better when each one had some. And that even though each person's piece might be small, eating with friends was the best thing of all. And by sharing his pieces of plum, pear, and peach, each one could have one, still have one of each. Look at that. He's got looks like a bird and a rabbit and his cat Peggotty and a sheep and a pig and a snake. The end. Oliver Tolliver, Peggotty, what's her name? Small, Peggotty Small. Nice. Love you.